I really enjoy the one-off characters that show up in Fairly Oddparents. They tended to be interesting or hinted at some pretty interesting concepts, which is also why these characters annoyed me too. You show me this character that I want expanded on just for them to never show up again, though I guess you could say that for almost all the characters at a certain point in the show. Remember Francis? He stopped showing up after season 7. Actually, I think most of the school kids stopped showing up after season 7. Anyway, one of the more memorable one-off characters to me was the fairy hunter Miss Doombringer. She's not a fairy hunter in the same way Crocker is. His is more of an unhealthy obsession, whereas Miss Doombringer feels like a bona fide hunter. She knows what she's doing and has seemed to have hunted fairies before, if her trophy is to be believed. She even wrote a book about hunting fairies, which does make me wonder if there are other hunters out there that are tracking fairies. She also says that Doombringer is her professional name, so I had to assume she makes some good money hunting fairies. In the episode she appears in, No Substitute for Crazy, she employs a pretty smart technique to flush out fairies. She shows up as the best substitute teacher ever as a cover. Ideally for her, if someone in the class she's teaching has a fairy, they'll use magic to make her a permanent teacher, unknowingly outing themselves, which is exactly what Timmy does. She susses up pretty easily that Timmy is the guy kid she's looking for, and also that Timmy has 2 fairies, which has to be a fat check. If it wasn't for Crocker running interference, Doombringer definitely would have had Cosmo and Wanda dead to rights. She knows all about fairies, so there wasn't too much Timmy could do to get around her. She claims that she'll come back someday, but of course she never does, which sucks because she could have been one of the more prominent villains in the show. She knows for a fact that Timmy has fairies, and it would have been a fun dynamic to see how Timmy gets away from her. Hey, maybe she and Crocker could have worked together, but I guess we shouldn't be giving hard proof that Timmy has fairies to Crocker. Also, I'm not looking too deep into it, but the episode does end with a monster hunter showing up, and you know what? The thought that there are monsters running around at Fairly Oddparents makes perfect sense to me.